afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm sorry I've been away for a while. I have been incredibly busy. It's been fun, but I haven't had time to do much at all. But I'm glad I'm back. I hope you're glad I'm back. Today's reading is When I Met Your Mother. So it's a look at the person that you're interested in. What would they be telling your children if you ended up with them about the meeting, what they felt, your best qualities, maybe something that you did when you first met. It's that type of reading. Change mother to father or partner, whichever you prefer. You've got 3 piles. Pile number 1 is the blue flower. Pile number 2 is the red flower. And pile number 3 is a dirty one. It's got like little smoke bits on it, a dirty yellow flower. So if you like a bit dirty, pick the yellow one. Okay, there you go.
La música de Harry Fraud.
Okay, pile number 1, as I'm putting this out, I know it's like How I Met Your Mother, but to me it feels a bit more like, it's like a cheesy conversation that a granddad has with grandchildren. They're rolling their eyes because it's got the 7 of Cups and the Devil card in the centre, and it starts off with the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords, sorry. So to me it feels like this is what they would be telling their kids or their grandkids, that I was really busy in work and life, and I decided that I wasn't really looking for anybody. I wasn't really interested in it. I was putting my time and effort into myself. With the Devil card at the bottom here, it feels like when I get my mind wrapped around something, I put all my effort into it. So this is, to me, is like dad or granddad or mum or grandma saying, wasn't really looking for anything. In my mind, my relationships, my search for relationships was something that was over. Then you've got the 7 of Cups and the Devil card here, and this is the bit that feels a bit cheesy. It's like the type of thing that granddad or grandma says, I had the choice of everybody. You know, everybody, I was so attractive when I was young that everybody, you know, was pulled towards me. The Devil card is, then I met your mother, your father, and I was gone. All I could think about was that person. Every time that I saw somebody that had the same hair, I thought it was them, or somebody that their name sounded like your mother's or your father's. You know, my ears pricked up. The Tower card and the Devil card together are, to me, are almost attraction that feels like your feet are taken away, or is it the floor's taken away? One or the other. It's like basically the earth falls away around you. You've also got a feeling here that they would say that grandma or mum, I'll just change it for whichever sex, but played hard to get. It's like you or they were the only person that thought they were that attractive, really. Having the Hangman here and the 4 of Wands has a feeling of somebody who is very steady, which must be the way that you're coming across. And you basically... it's like you made this person work their way towards you. So they would be saying, kids or grandkids, that you played hard to get and you made this person work for the relationship. And the King of Pentacles here is that there's almost like a bit of vanity in this. And I can't quite translate it. It's like they knew, talking about you, that they knew what they were getting would be good, so that... you know, it's that sort of, let me put here, King of Pentacles. Having the King of Pentacles at the end, to me, is like a full stop of somebody that feels like they make a good family member. And this is the Hangman here, is to me, you being laid back, possibly being very sort of centered in yourself, but making this person work towards you, travel towards you. Yeah. It's like this person, and I don't know which way this would go. It's like they think I was worth the wait, or I was, you know, they knew that, I knew that. It's like they, getting this the right way around, they're saying that you knew that I would be worth the wait. with these cards here. So there is something very smug and very lovely about this. It talks of love that's won through persistence. It talks that somebody who has what I guess is an almost playful, self-assured feeling, who is telling their kids or their grandkids that they were the belle of the ball, or they had the choice of lots of different people. They weren't really looking for somebody until they saw you, and then everything just collapsed. It's like this, I knew that was the one. They made me work for it, and I knew I was going to get them because there was just no other question of going in any other direction, is what I would say with this here. It's the fact that you were so, I'm going to say silent, confident and controlled and unflustered that attracted them. Because I think here with the Seven of Cups, as I said before, that other people found them very attractive, but often, you know, there's a feeling here that you weren't as bothered as you should have been, and they found that attractive. Why were they so taken by you? The Emperor card and the Lovers and the Devil is incredibly strong. I don't know what the sexes are here, but most of the time it's just a strong pull of negative and positive energy, whichever way you want to put that. That is almost obsessive. It's a physical pull. And as I'm reading this, I know what I'm thinking. I've said this before in other readings. It reminds me of an interview, and this was about 5 years ago, I saw with Jake Gyllenhaal talking about his granddad was saying to him, "When I met your grandma," and he was just relaying the conversation about the first kiss with his grandma, and he just put his head up and went, yeah, it was that. This has got this feeling here. It's like you both knew, and there was no other way. It's just that you made them work for it. There was no other way this was going to go. You made them work for it, and they found that quite amusing, I think, here. Somebody who's got a good ego but wasn't looking for anybody, and you made them work to get closer to you. So pile number 1, that's what I've got. I don't know if that helps at all, but it's a difficult read to translate it from sex to grandchildren to children. I put the Jake Gyllenhaal bit in there, but that's what I've got. I'm going to leave you now. Thank you very much. Bye. Okay, I'm going to start the reading. I'll probably just talk about How I Met Your Mother to begin with, but I will change the sex as I go along, which is quite difficult, but I'll just keep trying to do it for you. You've got the Hangman in the centre pile here. So to me, with regards to how you met, would be them telling their kids or their grandkids that you were sat alone in a building, looked like you were immersed in a book, or you were thinking, and you were just about to go. They'd been watching you. There was some sort of, I guess, with the King of Swords, a need to talk to you. The King of Wands and the Justice card here would be a confidence in themselves with regards to how charming they are. But the fact that you've got these two cards here, one walking away with heartache, they thought they were going to miss you. They thought you were going to walk out, or somebody came to sit by you and you couldn't speak to each other. So this person has tried to do something quite sensible in order to get closer to you. The Nine of Cups here and the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. To me, it feels like when they did actually get to you, that it was so clear that you were meant to be together because the conversation flowed. There was a kindness between the pair of you. With two aces at the end, you both knew this was going somewhere. The Nine of Cups here at the beginning, it was like the cat that got the cream. It's like a real sort of, you were more than they expected, a feeling of not only were you good looking, there was just a feeling of Nine of Cups is having everything. The looks, the charm, a connection where you both share same qualities, where you can discuss things and both, you're both interested in the same thing. The Ace of Pentacles is a feeling of being on fertile ground here, of knowing that you can get this moving. It's like sharing something or having a direction in life that brings you both together. And the Ace of Cups to me, feels like it ended in a confession. It's like very quickly this moved into let me just put another card on there. Ace of Cups. Emotional confession about love confession. Very quickly. Because this end pile is nice. Nine of Cups is a feeling of having everything that you possibly want. The Queen of Cups is somebody who you have an emotional connection with, who is possibly kind and receptive. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups is moving something forward in a way that confesses your attraction towards each other with commitment with the Ace of Pentacles, that it can go forward. This central pile, as we said earlier, is you possibly sitting on your own, either looking at your back or you're just about to get up. The King of Pentacles from the King of Wands is somebody trying very quickly to think of something, how to come closer to you or how to get to know you better. The Knight of Swords, the King of Swords and the Justice card, somebody who's brave, somebody who's forthright, who is possibly quite charismatic, quite charming here, thinks that they're going to lose you. But when they get to talk to you, it's like, yeah, that's the one for me. We can get this moving. Look what we've got in common. I'm going to tell them what I feel. And that's what they would relay to their children, that they did you a favour because you're all sat on your own. They thought they were very brave. They thought they were going to miss you. But once they caught you, they know that they've caught a winner, is what I would say there. Okay, pile number 2. I'm going to leave you there. Thank you very much. Bye. Okay, lots of different feelings in this one. I'm going to do it how I met your mother, but please change it to father or partner. I will try and shift it with regards to sex, as I say, but sometimes I get stuck in it and find it difficult. So starting off with the Empress, the Queen of Wands and the Hierophant, to me, they would possibly express to their children, you were looking good. And the Hierophant card makes me think of somebody who's not... These two cards are like sexy and attractive, but the Hierophant card is well put together to me. It feels like everything is not well packaged, that sounds rude, but your clothes look as if they're meant to be on you rather than you just pick them up off the floor. The Knight of Cups here to me is a want or a need to come towards you in an emotional way. It's like they saw you and it took them by storm, and the Knight of Cups is a need to come and basically connect with you. You've got the King of Wands here and the Queen of Swords. To me, it feels like they were the overpowering one. They were more assertive. I feel that you possibly gave them the cold shoulder here, and they made possibly even downsized from the Knight to the Page of Swords their original desire to express their attraction towards you was put into what I guess is a more simpler, a less emotional, a less impactful package in some way. It's like they lost their footing, or they lost their guts in the middle of it, because I think that you were quite a cool cat. To have the Empress, the Queen of Wands, the Hierophant and the Queen of Swords, you're a lady or you're a gentleman who's all together, not really easily shaken. You know who you are, you know what you look like, you know what clothes to choose and what looks good on you, and it's all coming a fantastic, I'm going to say the word package again, I don't know what I'm talking about packages for, in a little sort of, I can't think of a different word, that you're self-assured. That's what I would say here. Now, you've got cards of an ending, and you've got here the Knight of Swords. I feel that you left them standing. I feel that you almost initially gave them a bit of the cold shoulder. The World card, the Ten of Swords, and the Judgment card here is like, boomf. And to me, when I first put these out, it was like, that was it. I knew it was the one. There's nobody else like them. And it's over with regards to any other person in their life. But I would expect something more emotional at the bottom here. So I'm wondering whether you gave them the cold shoulder and they didn't see you for a while and left them thinking. You just left them thinking. Left them thinking, left them yearning. End of what? You were just too much, I think, here. The Queen of Cups looking that way to the Queen of Swords. I feel this person gave more than you, and I think they would tell their children that you were just basically difficult to get to know, a difficult fish to catch, and that you were just a cool cat who basically didn't give much away, and they lost their not vigor, they lost their oomph in the middle of a conversation or the middle of the movement, when actually, to be honest, in other parts of life, they're probably very competent in being charismatic or charming. Yeah, that's not good words, is it? That's not good words. That's not good English either. Okay, let me translate it to them speaking to your kids. When I first saw your mum, your dad, they blew my socks off. They looked absolutely fantastic and they knew they looked good. Everything that they were wearing, everything they put together just fit perfectly. It was like a vision to me. I wanted to move towards them. I had this yearning to go and talk to them, to try and show them how charming I was, or how good I could express myself, how well I could how good I could express myself, how well I could express myself. But I lost all my confidence because your mum or your dad didn't give much away at all. And what happened was I dribbled something out that was half complimentary, and there was absolutely no comeback from your mum or from your dad. They slipped away from me for a long time, and I had to try and find some plan of action to get this person back into my life. It took a long time of what I guess is very clever thinking and trying to collect myself emotionally before I found them again. Let me see if this ends in something happy at the end. Yeah. And then that's when I really impressed them, when I had my second chance. So that's what I've got. Just short readings today for How I Met Your Mother, Father, Partner. So I'm going to leave it there. All ends up nice with this card at the end. It's like this person gets there, leaves with their ego intact, and knows that you're just basically a little bit cool on first meeting. After that, you melt. You become softer when you realise as well that this possibly has a chance to go somewhere else. So they would be telling their kids that you were a difficult catch. Right, I'm going to leave that there, pile number 3. Thank you very much. Bye.